Hey guys, George here. This week we're going to be talking about doing some winter cutback and other kind of timing issues that come around with that. We're out here on our front bed and a lot of people think, leaves are gone, let's cut everything back. That's not always the case. Whenever you look at these are a little lime hydrangea. These stems here can be cut back, but a lot of times it's best to leave those through the winter because there are nutrients and vitamins that the plant is pulling back out of this. You can see here this one's even still got a lot of green on it after a lot of our frost we've had. If you do want to clean these up, here on this one I just suggest coming up right tight to the back of the inflorescence, cutting it off and leaving it up for now. You guys can see there's still a lot of green in here if it'll focus. So basically if there's still green parts on the plant, that plant needs that to get by through the winter. Come over here to our drift roses. Leave these things standing until about Valentine's Day. That's the best way to remember this. There's a lot of energy in that stem that the rose will be consuming throughout the winter. So please leave those. That's a good way to damage your roses. It's not the end of the world, but you do want to set those up with their food source. These ones have been blooming pretty heavily still, but you can see here, basically you can just come in and do a quick little deadhead. And that's kind of the cleanup that you can do for now. Here is what is called a rose hip. Kind of hard to see without it focusing, but that's actually the fruit of a rose. So whenever we come over here, your perennials, same thing. This is some Rudbeckia. Whenever you cut these back, you can take these stems. Some of these, whenever you cut them back, if they're hollow, there are bees and other insects that like to overwinter in those. So if you want to leave some of that for some of these insects that are beneficial. We look here at like our catmint. I like to leave catmint up for a while longer until it really starts to turn gray and brown. Really, you just want to see no living material in these plants whenever you cut them back for the season. Rule of thumb for me, I like to do one stop. So that way you're not doing 5 different stops. So around Valentine's Day, when the roses are ready, that's kind of a safe bet to take everything else out. Hostas, I will show you these. This is something that you can do starting now, but you test these and let them tell you when they are ready to come out. So you can see this variety here still has some green on it. When I pull on these, they do not want to come out yet. This other variety here though, whenever I pull on these stems, they just come straight out of the ground. So once they're you can see that there's really no green left on these, pull that out. That plant's basically been cut back for winter. You can see, just the rest of the growing points down there. That is just a good indication. If they're not ready to lose those leaves, just let them be. That's the best way to explain what fall colors are the plants redigesting all of that energy that's back in those leaves. It's not a lot, but that's what they're doing. So you kind of want to leave all of that material with the plant until it's done eating, to get itself through winter. You guys can fertilize right now. It is a good time to do it. If you've had a new planting this year, you can go ahead and do it at this point. I suggest something like a Osmocote is a good one. It's a slow release. If you have trees, you can use like the tree spikes. Those work pretty well. So if you guys have any further questions, reach out and let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk to you next week.